In this tutorial, we're going to look at the Review tab in a word processor, and in this case, the word processor being used is Microsoft Word 2016. When we click on the Review tab, the ribbon gives us a series of options. These options allow us to review our document. The first option, Spelling and Grammar, would allow us to review the spelling and grammar or spelling and grammatical errors in our document. Spelling errors are identified by a red squiggly underline, while grammatical errors are identified by a blue squiggly underline. So when we click the spelling and grammar icon, we are going to see the spelling pane open on the right side of the screen. And here we can see alternatives to the underlined error. We can choose whether to ignore the error, ignore all occurrences of it, or add that letter, that error, or word to our dictionary. We can also listen to instances or examples of the pronunciation of the word. In this case, we want to change the word to reviewing. So we select that option, select change. Word, words, wordy, word, word. We would like to select the first option, change. By changing the spelling error, a grammatical error appeared. This is example of reviewing, and we want to select documents. And isn't the contraction is being changed to is not, but we would like to ignore this change. I want to change these to this. Amazing question mark, change. The Thesaurus provides us with alternative words. So let's assume we would like to change the word documents. We select the word, click on the Thesaurus, and here we have a number of options that can replace the word documents. We can also access the Thesaurus as well as synonyms for words identified by right-clicking on the selected word. Click Synonyms. Let's first close the pane. Right-click, Synonyms. And here we have a list of synonyms, and we can also access the Thesaurus. Let's change documents to brochures. And by simply clicking the alternative, we have replaced the word documents with brochures. Word count will allow us to see the number of words in our document. And here our document has 13 words, 66 characters without spaces, 83 with spaces, 1 paragraph, 3 lines. So this gives you the word count and its related statistics. Smart Lookup will allow us to find information related to a particular word, phrase, or words and phrases within our document. Here it has looked up the word this, and we see that it's a pronoun and other related information about the word this. If we do a search for Microsoft Word, it brings up the information about Microsoft Word and can even take us to the official web page for Microsoft Word. The Translate feature allows us to translate the passage, line, document, translate selected text, or translate as a mini selector. So let's translate the document, and it takes us to a third-party translation service provider. Yes, and in this case we're translating from English to Arabic, and here is our translation with an example of the original text. Language allows us to set proofing language and select different types of language preferences. Set proofing language to our desired language. The comment feature in the Review tab on the Review ribbon allows us to add a comment to our existing work. So wherever we select, a comment will be added. Once we select the area and click New Comment, and here we can add comment. Deleting a comment is simply just clicking in the comment area and clicking Delete. We can click Previous and Next to move through our comments. Tracking changes allows us to look at any changes that we have done in the document. So once we turn Track Changes on, here we can see all the changes that we are making is in this current document. So here we can see the changes that we have made. To accept the changes, we click Accept. So when we click Accept, it's going to highlight the change that it would like us to accept. If we accept it, it will incorporate it into the document. And if we click Reject, it will get rid of any changes that we have made. So tracking changes allows us to track any changes in our document. The Compare feature allows us to compare two versions of a document or combine revisions from multiple authors into a single document. Give this document on our desktop as combine example 1. Okay, and make a change, and we're going to save this one as combine example 2. So here we're going into our compare, and let's compare two versions of the document, and it's going to ask us to pull the original and compare it with the revised. So here we have example 1 and example 2, and here we have the documents combined side by side. We have the original document appearing in the upper right hand pane and the revised document appearing in the lower right hand pane. And if we look, the changes have been tracked. So we can accept these changes, or we can combine both documents into one document by using the same process. Click OK. simply accept the changes made. And here we have combined our both documents into one document. Notice that the name of the document is now combine result and the number of the result, whatever number of combination you would have worked with there. The Restrict Editing Review tab on the ribbon gives us the ability to limit formatting to a selection of styles, allow only a particular type of formatting in the document, or start enforcement, meaning apply the settings that you have turned on to restrict the editing. So for example, if we restrict formatting and restrictions, we can start that enforcement by clicking in this area. Link notes takes us to our OneNote file, and it must be noted that you can go to your linked notes by firstly saving the document that you are working with. Save the document. This document is now named Combined Doc 3, and when we click linked notes, what it does is opens our OneNote application, and we can utilize our OneNote application to work with the note that we have saved. So this was a review or a tutorial of the Review tab and the options that are brought up in the Review ribbon in a word processor. And in this case, the word processor used was Microsoft Word 2016.